Hello? Okay. Okay, we're back. So, I'm still trying to fix the prototype that I somehow broke. But I'm pretty sure if I just do this, then I can tell my friend to go, and then maybe it will work? Maybe? But anyways, this is my first video. So, basically, what's going on here is that I'm developing a software that tracks everything that you do. I probably shouldn't say it like that. I'm developing a software that allows you to make insights. No. I'm developing a software that assists with self-behavior change based on the paradigm of self-monitoring, which is backed up by research that I'm not going to talk about right now, but I will explain that in another video. But long story short, studies have shown that if you're trying to change a habit, you can actually make a lot of change just by tracking the habit. And so I'm trying to code up a software that makes that really easy. And by me, I mean the cursor agent, because I don't actually know how to code, as you can see, because it says this site can't be reached, and that's what I'm trying to fix right now. But yeah, I've probably worked on this for like 3 days, and I had a working interface, and now it's not working anymore. So I'm trying to fix that. But last time I added a symptom mode, which is basically, I figured like if you're gonna be tracking all your habits, you might as well track any like health events or symptoms that you're having, and that way for people who want to talk to a doctor, they can show them, okay, like here's exactly what I've been going through. And the reason I decided to do that is just because if the user's putting in so much effort to track what they're doing, they might as well like put in a tiny bit more to also like track their health. But I can see myself scrapping that, or like deciding that that's a good idea, but it's separate from this. Like the habits are the priority right now. Oh, okay. Okay, so let's see. Let me verify the merge is landed on main. Okay. Main now has 6, 7. Why? That's fine for the deploy work. But it's not though. Because I don't want the people to see the terms I was using. So now I just have to wait for it to do all this, and then I have to basically go back and say, no. Wait, but I thought I did that already. Alright, whatever. I don't really know why it's saying that I didn't merge. Basically, these numbers are like updates. So I had like a working prototype and then I would like make a change here, and then it doesn't just implement it. It codes it up, then it gives me this link, and then I have to merge it into like the files of the prototype, and then the changes show up. And I don't know why I wouldn't have done that for all three of them, but it's saying that I didn't. And if I didn't, then I might have to restart the video. But let's see. Okay. Is it done? No. Okay, well, now it's just working, so maybe I should talk more about stuff. Oh. Well, basically, I came up with the idea for this myself because it's something that I would want to use. But the point of this project is not only to develop the software itself, but also to get experience doing user research. So not only do I have to have a prototype that works on my computer, I have to, if I want to do user testing, make it so that people can log in as like their own account, track all the stuff, get that saved somehow, and then have that data be fed back to me, which is harder, a lot harder than if I was just testing it myself. So hopefully my friend can tell me how to do that because I foresee that being difficult. But what is going on? Right now it's making a password for me. So, okay. Basically, there's two types of passwords on a website. One is like let's say I go to instagram.com. I'm logging in with my password, my personal password to my account. And no one else can use that because they don't know it. But there's some other passwords, for example, on certain clothing websites like Supreme. You'll go to supreme.com and it'll say like enter a password to view the webpage. And so that wouldn't be my personal password. That's just like a series of keys that I have to press in order to see the content on the website. So the agent basically asked me like, should I make accounts for people, or should I just make the content of the website protected by a password? I don't know if that made sense. It made sense to me. But if I wanted to do personal accounts, which I do have to do eventually, I would have to install something. Let me see what it's called. Neon or whatever that says. So I was like, you know what? Let's just not do that right now. I just want to make it so that I can go on any computer and I can type in my URL and press enter, and then it'll say like, you can't view this unless you put in the password, and then I type in the password, and then we're good to go. Just for the beginning, because I'm gonna have to do that like personal account authorization eventually. Oh, okay. It's loading. So like this left thing is where I talk to my friend and he does stuff. And then this right thing where it says desktop is like a simulated computer where I'm running the code, and it lets me see what it would be like if it was a live website. And so that's what was saying this site can't be reached, but now it's loading. So maybe something's happening this time. Oh no. I see the same error down here. Oh no. Okay. Anyways. What else should I talk about? What makes me think that this is effective or that it will be effective? I don't know. I just feel like it will. I just feel like I would be... Okay. The way I see things is that you wake up every day and you go through a series of choices, and some of them make you worse off and some of them make you better off. For example, what should I eat for breakfast today? Pancakes or eggs? Like, one of those is more nutritious than the other. So that's a choice that you have to make. And one of them will lead you to, well, not lead you to a better outcome, but it will increase the probability of getting the outcome that you want. Which, again, everyone's outcome is going to be personal to them and blah, blah, blah. But, like, a day in someone's life is full of these choices. And a lot of the time, I feel like myself, well, obviously, I'm going to observe myself the most out of anyone. But I feel like I sometimes choose the option that is not consistent with my goals, which is obviously bad. So I'm just thinking, what would push me in the direction of choosing the right thing more often? And so if everything was tracked, and then I could go back and see, like, okay, yesterday I had pancakes, the day before I had pancakes, the day before I had pancakes, like, you made this bad choice and this bad choice and this bad choice. And if you just, like, you're seeing that, you're visualizing it, or it's visualized for you, in front of you, I think it would just push me to make the better choice. Which is weird because the reward should be, like for the food example, the reward should be the health itself, not the fact that I get to write down, you made a healthy choice today. But based on the research I've been looking at, it's actually the second thing that is more effective. Probably because the health outcome is not instantaneous, whereas the logging a good choice is instantaneous. Right? So, like, if I eat eggs versus pancakes, I will not be healthier that day, I will be healthier, like, in the long run if I continue to make those good choices. So there's no instant reward. Whereas if I make the healthy choice and then I get to, like, write that down, and maybe there's, like, a green, like, icon or some type of positive visualization, that would act as more of an instant reward. And again, that would push me to make the right choice more often. I don't know. Like, in one sentence, I think if everything I did was tracked, I would make better choices. That's, like, in one simple sentence, the thought process behind all this. I think it's almost ready to show the demo. Today, my goals are fix the demo that I already had working, and then I don't know what happened to it. Number 2, that one is for sure going to happen. The rest are probably not, because I'm ready to be done, even though I've only been doing this for like an hour. 2, I wanted to get it live on a URL, but that could probably take a while. And then 3, I don't even remember. That's why I should probably write that down at the beginning. But as long as we get this prototype working, and then I get the screen recording of me, like, walking through it, I'll be satisfied for today. Should be almost there. The demo ran successfully. Though the sub-agent encountered a stale process and corrupted build cache that needed resolving first, which is a bit worrying since those shouldn't typically be blocking issues. Well, okay. Okay, well, hopefully it's working. I don't know. If anyone's watching this, leave a comment and tell me if you think that if everything you did was tracked, would you make better choices? Surely you would, right? Because it's not just that you're moving or you're getting like a sample of the long-term reward instantly, but it's also like the feeling that you have eyes on you. And when you have that feeling that you have eyes on you, you're more likely to act in the better way. Right? And it also makes temporary actions feel more permanent. And when things are more permanent, you're more likely to choose the better choice. Right? Like, for example, I'm gonna expose myself here. I had a whole, like, cylinder of cookies today. And that action is inconsistent with my goals, and in a small way decrease the probability of me reaching the outcome that I want, which is to live a healthy life. But I still did it, and the fact that I did it doesn't really mean too much, because, like, I still am thinking about it because it just happened, but, like, in a couple days and weeks and a year, I'm not even going to remember that it happened. Whereas if I was logging everything that I'm doing, and I had to write, I just ate a whole thing of cookies, like, I just feel like I wouldn't have done it, or I would be less likely to do it, because it's not only inconsistent with my goals, but it's also on my record. And I can always look back and say, okay, like, July 18th, you made the wrong choice. And so those are like the three, is that three reasons? Feeling like you have eyes on you, instant reward. Maybe that's it. But those are two good reasons. Those are two good reasons why I think this is going to work for myself. Like, when I first thought of this idea, I was like, I do not care if anyone else uses this. I think it's going to be really good for me. But I want to also get that experience doing user research. So I want to expand my goal a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean a lot. Anyway, it's still working. So I want to give some speaking tips, because I just did that mistake that I know not to do, which is when you're telling people something, never say a number of points you want to make. Never be like, okay, I have 4 things to tell you, because then if you forget one, then it's embarrassing. Whereas if you just tell them things, they're never going to know how many you were thinking. Does that make sense? It's like if I was like, oh my god, like, I have these 4 really good points. Here's number 1, here's number 2, here's number 3. Oh no, I can't think of the last one. That's like a loss of aura, you could say. Whereas if I just make the points without saying how many I had, and I forget the last one, no one will even know that I was thinking in the first place. Gotta think of little things like that. Okay, so it's giving me a preview, and all I'm saying is, this site can't be reached. So, and it's still loading. So, what is going on? Yes. Yes. Okay, so it's showing that the password protection got added. And now it's gonna do the right password. And then it's gonna press unlock. And there we go. But why did it record that instead of just making it appear where it usually appears? Oh my goodness. There we go. This is it. Okay. So now I can finally click through. But I don't even know what the password is. Is it password? No. Guys, what's the password? Oh. Change me. The password is change me. See, that's really deep, actually, because the point of this software is to change your actions, and it's to change you in a way. So the fact that the password is change me is actually poetic. Change me. Bang. Okay. So this is what I have so far. So I'm going to leave the symptoms part alone for now, and maybe I can show that in another video. But basically, you would... Here's today, right? Wait. That's not today. That's tomorrow. But whatever. It's probably in a different time zone. So I would add a task or event. So a task is like something you want to do, like workout. And you can do repeat every day, but we can just do it for one. Like today I want to work out. And then it appears right up here. So you can check that or you can uncheck that. But you can also assign it to a time. So I want to work out at 10 p.m. So there we go. So now you can see your day, and it's kind of like a schedule for you, and you can check that off. But then the point is you can go through your past days and you can see what you did. Right? So that's a task. And then you can add an event, which is like not an item on a to-do list. It's just something that happened. Like I ate a whole thing of cookies. And you can say what time you did it at, which was, I don't remember. So we can say 10 a.m. Save. Okay, so then you can have it there. And the idea is you'll have a whole, like, buildup of what your day looked like in terms of those choices you can make. And then you can scroll through and you can see, like, how you're doing in life, basically. And then if you click this, okay, so here's where I want to focus on visualization. So right now, yeah, here's how I have the colors right now. So green day is 80% of your tasks were done. So basically green is good, yellow is okay, and red is bad. And so you could zoom out like this for a monthly view, and you can see, like, if it's a bunch of green days, you know, like, you're on it this month. But if it's a bunch of red days, you know, like, some improvement needs to happen. So that's the calendar feature. And yeah, that's pretty much what's in the prototype right now. But other things that I want to add are I want to add an AI that can do two things. I just broke my own rule that I just said, so I better remember both of these things. Number one is I want it to be able to detect similar events that are not written exactly the same. So here's what I mean by that. So I ate a whole thing of cookies at 10 a.m. So let's say Saturday. This is tripping me out because this is today for me. But in this simulation, it's yesterday. Whatever. Let's say I ate a whole thing of cookies. Event at 10 a.m. Bang. So you can see, did it today? Did it yesterday? And so if I ask this AI, this hypothetical AI, like, how many times did I eat a whole thing of cookies? It can easily tell me by just counting. But how about we add something else that's not the same thing? Like, ate a cookie, right? And then here, let's say today, we ate some brownies. So the AI would still be here, and I could ask it something like, how many times did I eat sweet treats this month. And so now it wouldn't just be looking for this string, I ate a whole thing of cookies. It would have to somehow know that these 4 things are all related, and that's what I'm asking for, even though they're not written in the same way. So that's the first thing that the AI would do. And then the second thing that the AI would do is it would draw insights from your daily events. So here's what I mean by that. Let's say before each of these dessert sessions, I did something like watched TV at 8 a.m. and then I watched TV at 9 a.m. Okay, I don't need to type it out, but imagine like I watch TV right before doing these things. And then I could ask the AI, like, is there any pattern in my bad eating habits? And it could look back at all of your days and say, oh, it looks like after you watch TV, you always eat unhealthy food. And so that's like a super obvious example, but it should be able to pull insights like that. And so that would also help in changing behavior. But yeah, that's pretty much what my ideas are right now. And the big looming question for me is not having to do with developing the software, because I didn't code any of this. My friend did all of it, and I think it's pretty good already, and it didn't even take that long. It's how can logging every single thing you do be realistic? What would motivate someone to do that? How can it be as easy as possible for someone to do that? And so that is why I need to do the user research, because I need to test the methods of making it easy to collect all of your daily statistics, because it's hard. And I know it's hard because I've done what this software is going to do manually. And I know it's hard, and I know like when you miss events or you miss days, it breaks your streak, and then you don't do it anymore, and then you're just done. And so that's like the main thing that I want to explore with this project is there a way that I can incentivize myself and other people to use this software? Because they would have to be using it so frequently for it to be effective in the way that I know it can be effective. And so that's going to be a difficult but exciting and interesting challenge. And that is the end of the first video. So I walked through the prototype and I explained some things, and I established that this video style is not the professional or thought out or edited or anything. And that's okay, because it's just a record of what I did. And yeah, that's it.